Well, good evening, everybody. It is 5:30, and I think we'll get started with today's special Planning Commission meeting of Wednesday, July 27th, 2022. And before we get going on the one item that's on the special agenda tonight, let's have a roll call and a salute to the flag.
Commissioner Benson?
Present.
Commissioner Freitas? Commissioner Kraft? Oops, I forgot.
Present.
Thank you. Commissioner Lazar?
Present.
And Commissioner Meyer. Thank you.
We have 3 commissioners, 1 online, 2 in person, so we do have a quorum to move ahead tonight. Commissioner Lazar, do you mind doing the salute to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Well, we will move right ahead to item C, public hearings, and what we have tonight is the Pearson Properties General Plan Map Amendment and Zone Reclassification. And we've heard about this once before, and so we're familiar, but we have some updates on it. So I'd like to turn it over to Planner Lisa Savage to give us a report on it.
I'm going to start my screen share. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Let's see.
Yeah, we're seeing your file menu. You have to open one of those.
I thought I did hit open again. Let's try again. Screen share. 1. Share. I don't know why it's not sharing.
Can you grab it and just pull it over?
Let's try one more time. Screen 1. Okay, so screen 1.
Go to screen 2. You want this for beginning.
It keeps doing that.
Right. You want this screen.
There you go.
We can see it now.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
But can they see it without the notes?
I don't know.
Can you see it without the notes?
Nope, now we have your notes. But it's good enough. Just keep going.
Okay. Good evening, Commissioners. Before you this evening is Pearson Properties General Plan Amendment and Zone Reclassification to change the land use designation and zoning of 3116 Harrison Avenue. Here's a bird's eye view of the subject property location. And zooming in, the property is located at the southwest corner of Harris Street and Harrison Avenue. To the east of the center line of Harrison Avenue is the county's jurisdiction. Although the property has 2 APNs, 013-191-026 and 027, it is one legal parcel totaling 0.66 acres. APN 027 is improved with a 3,000 square foot office building. Looking south from Harris Street, you can see Schaefer's Ace Hardware in the background. And looking east from Harrison Avenue, you can see the entrance to the building. On April 19th, the City Council approved the Pearson Properties General Plan Amendment Petition, which enabled them to apply for the General Plan Amendment and Zone Reclassification for the subject parcel. The proposed project is to change the General Plan land use designation from Professional Office, PO, in brown to Neighborhood Commercial, NC, in tan, which is the same neighborhood commercial as the designated lands to the north across Harris Street. The land use change would then require the site to be rezoned from hospital medical, HM, in blue, to neighborhood commercial, NC, in pink, which is the same neighborhood commercial as the zoning across Harris Street. The applicant intends to use the existing building for non-medical offices, which is not allowed under the current zoning. The proposed change will facilitate the reuse of a vacant structure for medical or commercial offices, as well as a number of other uses. So what does this do? The change in land use and zoning will allow greater flexibility of use of the parcel. Both the current and proposed zoning allow a similar mix of use types, but the current HM zone only allows offices and some commercial sales, service, and civic uses if they are intended to primarily serve employees, patients, and visitors of medical uses. The proposed NC zone district allows for both medical and commercial offices, as well as a number of other uses. In addition, certain uses under the PO-HM designation that require a use permit will be principally permitted under the NC designations, thereby making changes in uses simpler, more streamlined, and not restricted to primarily serving medical uses. Under the current HM zoning, the maximum floor area ratio, or FAR, is 2.5, which will increase to 3 under the NC zoning. A FAR of 2.5 will allow 72,000 square feet of floor area on the 0.66 acre parcel. And with the increase to a FAR of 3, the maximum floor area will increase to 86,400 square feet, thereby allowing for more denser development. The ability to add multifamily residential units in the future will not be lost and will actually increase because multifamily dwellings will go from being conditionally permitted to principally permitted. A comparison table of the allowed land uses in the HM and NC zone districts, including required discretionary permits, is included in your staff report as attachment 2. A comparison table of the development standards for the HM and NC zone districts is included as attachment 3. And the definition of the PO and NC land use designations and the general and specific purposes of the HM and NC zone districts are included as attachment 4. Based on the analysis in the staff report, staff believes the required findings can be made. Therefore, staff recommends hold a public hearing and adopt a resolution recommending the City Council adopt Pearson Properties General Plan Amendment and Zone Reclassification. Myself and Principal Planners, Kristen Getz and Kristen Kenyon, as well as the applicant, are available for questions. Thank you.
Thank you. I know that this project has had several iterations and due diligence has been performed by both the city and the applicant, and I'm comfortable with this. But I do want to hear from any members of the public who might be here tonight and from other commissioners. So why don't we start? It seems like maybe there's only the applicant here. Why don't we hear from anyone who's not on the Planning Commission who might want to speak to this issue tonight? Yes.
Hi, Greg Pearson. I'm the applicant. And one thing I'd like to say is I appreciate the commission scheduling this updated meeting. Noticing things happen from time to time, but I do appreciate you guys being willing to set this up so we didn't have a longer delay in the process. So that's the main thing I wanted to say is I do appreciate everybody taking the time tonight to hear this. I think it's a reasonable request. I think it will really help to be able to utilize the property better and have more flexibility. And there'll be more demand for it as a result of the zoning change because more people will have the ability to potentially use it. And so I think economically, it's important, and I appreciate your consideration of it. Thank you.
You're most welcome, and we're happy to see a multi-generational family business like yours continuing to prosper in Eureka and make our town a better one. Any other public comment? Okay, let's move it to the commission then and hear comments from commissioners. Go ahead, Commissioner Lazar.
I just wanted, I just had to ask, have we checked to make sure, since we don't have any public comment, that the notice was correct for the Zoom information and everything for tonight's meeting? Because I believe that was the issue the last time. Just so we are certain before we take action.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, there's a concern that about public noticing.
Well, the last time we had the meeting, we had a gentleman here who said I tried to get on the Zoom and it wasn't working because the notice incorrectly had the wrong Zoom information. So this time we don't have any public comments, so it's hard to know, if anyone made it to the meeting, but just making sure we don't have the same problem as the last time that required us to renotice it.
Yeah, I don't have an answer to that because I'm not trying to log in on Zoom, but it seems that we have people here who have done so successfully. Principal Planner Getz, do you have any comments on the accuracy of our Zoom link tonight? Is it?
We could ask Senior Administrative Assistant Gannon if she could just confirm that the public hearing postcard that we sent out has the same numbers on it for the Zoom meeting as are on the agenda.
Yes, they do. I was checking while we were talking.
Great, thank you very much, and I appreciate you bringing that up. We can't get good comment if we don't make it available. The link's available. Got to follow it through to the end. Thank you. Other comments, Commissioner Lazar?
No, I think we did the dress rehearsal at our last meeting, so I'm prepared to make a motion unless anyone else has comments.
Commissioner Kraft, any comments on this issue or questions for staff?
I'm satisfied with what we heard in the last thing, so I'm prepared to second a motion.
Okay, I'll make just a brief comment. I like that this, increases flexibility and it helps with permit streamlining and it allows single-story use and as well as commercial use, and doesn't seem that it will encroach into the potential future protected Greenway and Gulch area. That parcel 027 is outside of the drip line of the canopy and from the steeper ground. I guess I have just one question for Planner Savage. Are we setting any precedents with the changes of land use or zoning that might be difficult to follow through for other people who try the same thing? Are there any concerns about the replicability and equity of what we're doing for the Pearson property?
I can take that one.
Okay.
I believe the answer to that is no. Each of these comes before us as their own project, and we analyze them based on their location, the surrounding general plan, land use designation, and zoning designation. So case-by-case basis on these.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Well, then I would love to hear one of the commissioners offer a motion. Could we see the motion page, Planner Savage, please?
And I think I have it here in the staff report. Just, and I guess I'll just say before I make a motion that I was comforted by the fact that we have a similar zoning in the county unincorporated area immediately across the street. So it's not just in city jurisdiction, but it's consistent with land use planning in the non-city jurisdiction in the immediate vicinity. So I'll move that the Planning Commission adopt a resolution to forward a recommendation to the City Council to adopt the Pearson Properties General Plan Amendment and Zone Reclassification for the property located at 3116 Harrison Avenue.
I'll second that.
Hearing a motion second, any further discussion? I have none. Well, then I'll put it to the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? None. Motion passes. Okay, I think as much as I like y'all, I'm sure you'd be happy to get home. So I'll just move right to item D, adjournment. And we will meet together again on Monday, August 8th for the regular Planning Commission meeting. I want to thank staff for being here tonight and for other folks coming on via the Zoom link.
Thank you, everybody.
Good night.
All right. Take care, all.
Thank you very much.